Hi, I'm Hadar, and today we will talk about our stop and think note-taking method for reading. In this video, we will guide you through the process of stopping and thinking when you read to help you identify the main idea of each paragraph in a text. This method involves reading a little bit and then stopping to think. What is the author telling me here? How does this idea connect with the ideas that came before in the text? Why is this method so important? Let's see. It can help you understand better. With stop and think reading becomes simpler. By pausing and thinking after each paragraph, you can focus better on the main ideas and important information. It's like having a guide that helps you navigate through the text smoothly. It can help you remember better. Ever read something and forgot it right away? Not anymore. Stop and think helps you remember what you read because you write down what you understood in a note. You can go back to your notes and see the bigger picture. This will help you get the main idea of the whole text. How can you understand the main idea if you forget the smaller supporting ideas? Take time to write a note. It helps you see if you really understood. If you have trouble writing the note, even in your own language, that might mean that you did not understand the text well enough, and you need to go back and read it again. And for us, as learners, it helps develop good habits. Stop and think encourages good reading habits. By using this method regularly, you'll become better at paying attention to the text and thinking carefully about what you read. Okay, now that we know the why, let's go over the how. What I mean is, what are the steps in the stop and think note-taking method? Step 1. Read the title. Reading the title before starting the text is important because it tells you what the text is about. It helps you understand the topic and get ready for what you'll read. This way, you can focus better and know what to expect, making it easier to understand and remember what you read. While reading for the first time, you can ask yourself, what do I already know about this topic? What do I think this text will be about based on the title? Step 2. Read a paragraph and take notes. Begin by reading the paragraph carefully. You may need to read it more than once. That's fine. Pay attention to the topic and look for the main idea of the paragraph. What are the key details or examples? How does this paragraph connect to the previous paragraph or the overall theme of the text? Read it, and when you think that you have read something important, pause for a moment to reflect on what you have just read. Now, take a note. Write down what you think is important to remember. It can be the main message, an important date, an example you find important. Write it down. This will serve as a useful reference when you revisit the text later. One more thing about writing the note. Because you're gathering information, organizing your thoughts, these notes are for you. So you can write them in English or in your own language. Step 3. Check yourself. Now that you have read the paragraph, go over your notes and ask yourself, do you have the main message? Is this the most important sentence? Does it really summarize what this paragraph is trying to tell us? If not, revise. You will probably read the paragraph again, and this will help you make sure you understand the text and help you check your notes. Continue reading the text paragraph by paragraph, using the stop and think method for each one. Remember to pause, reflect, Identify the main idea and take notes. As you progress through the text, you can try to make connections between the main ideas of different paragraphs and the overall theme of the text. Okay, are you ready to start reading and taking notes? Let's start. Let's look at the text. What is the first thing we look at? The title. What is the title? Explore the wonderful city of London. Based on the title, what do we think the text is going to be about? I think traveling and seeing what London has to offer. Now, let's slowly read one paragraph at a time. So let's start with the first paragraph. Welcome to London, one of the most exciting cities in the world. Whether you're a history lover, a person who loves to shop, or someone who can't wait to see iconic landmarks, London has something for everyone. In this article, we'll take you on a journey to discover the wonders of this vibrant city. Okay, what do we have here? We have an introduction to London, to the text. We can see that we are going to be reading about London and that we are going to go on some kind of journey. This isn't a literal journey, but it means that we're going to learn about the different things that London has to offer. What else do we have here? History, shops, landmarks. These are examples of what we will be reading about. Based on what is written in this paragraph, what is the main message? What is the author trying to tell us? Don't forget that without this sentence, the other ones don't feel connected. The other sentences are examples or add more information to this sentence. So let's take a note and write down a sentence that explains what this paragraph is about. If we look at the sentence, London has something for everyone, and the last sentence, in this article, will take you on a journey to discover the wonders of this vibrant city, we can say that we will learn about the different things that London has. Great. Let's move on to the next paragraph. London is famous for its breathtaking landmarks, history, and culture. Don't miss the chance to visit the majestic Big Ben and the amazing Tower Bridge. Take a walk along the River Thames and take beautiful photos of these remarkable structures. Remember to explore the unforgettable Buckingham Palace, the official residence of the royal family. Okay, let's stop and think for a moment. What did we just read? What information did we get? We got different examples of landmarks we can visit. Big Ben, Tower Bridge. Let's take a note and write it down. Examples of landmarks: Big Ben, Tower Bridge, the River Thames, Buckingham Palace. Okay, let's read some more. You can also get to know London's rich history and culture by visiting its world-class museums. Museums. We can predict that the next few sentences will be a list of examples of famous museums in London. Let's see. The British Museum has incredible treasures from around the world, while the Natural History Museum will amaze you with its dinosaur skeletons. Learn about art at the Tate Modern or enjoy a play at the historic Globe Theatre. You can also escape the crowd and noise of the city by exploring London's beautiful parks. Our prediction was correct. We did get a list of museums. We can add that to our notes. London has many museums. Nice. Now we're going to see some parks. Hyde Park offers peaceful lakes, open fields, and even horse riding. Don't forget to visit the stunning Kensington Gardens, where you can admire the exquisite Kensington Palace. Enjoy a picnic or take a walk while enjoying the fresh air. So many options to see both nature and culture. Just pick. So based on what we read, how can we write it down? Let's take a note. London has beautiful parks. We now know that this paragraph talks about the landmarks, the museums, the parks, history, and culture. Let's stop and think. Let's look at our last notes. Can we write a note that helps us make sense of all the lists together? All the lists that are in this paragraph. What are they doing? What note can sum up the whole paragraph? So our note can be, in our own words, there are many examples of things you can see in London. Next paragraph. In terms of fun and food, shopaholics will find paradise in London. Explore Oxford Street, home to famous department stores and trendy fashion boutiques. For a special shopping experience, visit the lively Camden Market, where you can find interesting souvenirs and delicious street food. In the evening, catch a musical in the well-known West End Theatre District for an unforgettable night of entertainment. While shopping and looking around, don't forget to enjoy the traditional British food. Treat yourself to some delicious fish and chips, a classical British dish. Make sure to try a traditional English afternoon tea, complete with scones and clotted cream. Order a pint of British beer in a cozy pub and enjoy the local atmosphere. You can have your choice of food, fun, and entertainment. Okay, let's stop and think about what we read. What is the topic of this paragraph? Shopping, looking around, and eating. We can see where we can shop, what we can do to have fun, and what food and drink we can enjoy. So what is the note that we can take here? How about London offers great shopping, entertainment, and traditional British food? And now let's read the final paragraph. But before we do, let's think for a second. If this is the last paragraph, what are we likely to read here? A conclusion, a sum up, some closing statement about London. Okay, let's check it out. In conclusion, London truly is a city like no other, filled with history, culture, and endless attractions. From its iconic landmarks to its lively shopping districts, there is something for every visitor to enjoy. So, pack your bags and don't forget a map. Get ready to explore, plan your schedule, and create unforgettable memories at this amazing city. So, did we find a conclusion? A closing statement? We did. We can see from this paragraph that London has something for every visitor. It is a city like no other. This sums up the text nicely. Let's put them together. Okay, let's take a look at our notes. We will learn about the different things that London has. There are many examples of things you can see in London. London offers great shopping, entertainment, and traditional British food. London has something for everyone. We can see that these are the main points of the text. Here we have what London is all about. We know which paragraphs can give us examples of where we can see interesting places, where we can go out at night, and more. We can also see that in the beginning of the text and in the end, we are told that London has something for everyone. Every other paragraph explains this and gives examples. So this, London has something for everyone, is the main idea of the text. If we dive in a bit deeper, now that we have read the whole text, we can see that each paragraph has a main idea that is supported by specific details and a closing sentence that summarizes the main points discussed. This paragraph structure helps to organize the information and make it easier for readers to understand and remember the content. For example, let's take another look at the last paragraph. In conclusion, London truly is a city like no other, filled with history, culture, and endless attractions. From its iconic landmarks to its lively shopping districts, there is something for every visitor to enjoy. So, pack your bags and don't forget a map. Get ready to explore, plan your schedule, and create unforgettable memories in this amazing city. Okay, so the main idea of the paragraph is, London truly is a city like no other. The supporting information, the sentences that add to the main idea and give examples, is, from its iconic landmarks to its lively shopping districts, there is something for every visitor to enjoy. So, there is something for everyone to enjoy explains it all. And then, the closing sentence is, pack your bags and don't forget a map. Get ready to explore, plan your schedule, and create unforgettable memories in this amazing city. To sum up, as we saw here together, the stop and think method is a fantastic tool for improving your reading skills. By making sure to use this method when you read, you'll find that understanding texts becomes easier. Remembering information becomes simpler. And thinking critically becomes second nature. So next time you read, don't forget to stop and think.